The town of Everspin was a place where time flowed differently. Not literally, of course, the sun rose and set as it should. But the people of Everspin felt time's passage in their bones. They lived with an acute awareness of each tick and tock. Perhaps it was the rhythmic symphony of the town's many clocks. They chimed from every street corner, each one a unique masterpiece crafted by the enigmatic clockmaker Horace. Horace's shop was a place of wonder. It was tucked away on a cobblestone street. The air around it hummed with an inexplicable energy. Inside, time seemed to stand still. Clocks of all shapes and sizes adorned the walls, each one ticking with its own distinct rhythm. Some were simple and elegant, while others were intricate contraptions of gears and springs. But all of them possessed a certain magic. They drew visitors in and held them captive in their intricate dance of time. Horace himself was as mysterious as his creations. He was an old man with silver hair and piercing blue eyes. He spoke little, but his words carried a weight that belied their brevity. He was a master craftsman, his hands moving with the precision of a surgeon as he assembled his intricate timepieces. But there was more to Horace than met the eye. People whispered that his clocks held secrets. They said he possessed the ability to manipulate time itself. Clara was drawn to the clockmaker's shop like a moth to a flame. She had always been fascinated by time. From a young age, she would spend hours watching the second hand on her grandmother's clock. She marveled at the relentless march of time, its ability to heal old wounds and bring about new beginnings. But she also feared its power. Time could be cruel, slipping through her fingers like grains of sand. One day, Clara decided to visit Horace's shop. She had heard the whispers about his powers, but she dismissed them as mere superstition. She was curious about the man behind the clocks, the one who could capture time's essence in such beautiful and intricate ways. As she stepped inside the shop, the scent of old wood and polished brass filled her nostrils. The air buzzed with a strange energy, and she felt a sense of peace wash over her. She ran her fingers over the smooth surface of a grandfather clock. Its pendulum swung with hypnotic regularity. She examined a pocket watch with delicate hands that seemed to move with a life of their own. And then she saw it tucked away in a dusty corner, a clock unlike any she had ever seen before. It was a small, heart-shaped clock made of shimmering silver. It pulsed with a soft, rhythmic glow. Clara approached the heart-shaped clock, drawn to its mesmerizing pulse. As she reached out to touch it, a raspy voice startled her. "Don't touch that." Horace stood before her, his eyes filled with a mixture of fear and fascination. He had never shown such emotion before, especially not to a stranger. He explained that the clock was no mere timepiece. It was the heart of time, a powerful artifact that controlled the very fabric of time itself. He had found it years ago, hidden away in an ancient ruin. He had been drawn to its power, tempted by the possibility of controlling something so vast and mysterious, but he soon learned that tampering with time came at a terrible price. Horace confessed that he had tried to use the heart of time once before to rewind a single tragic day. He had lost his beloved wife, Eleanor, in a carriage accident. The grief had consumed him, driving him to a desperate act. He had poured all his love, his sorrow, his very essence into the heart of time and willed it to turn back the clock. The heart of time had responded to Horace's grief with a terrifying power. Time twisted and contorted around them. The world outside the shop warped and fractured. For a fleeting moment, Horace saw Eleanor again, her laughter echoing through the distorted reality he had created. But the victory was short-lived. The heart of time, overwhelmed by the force of his emotions, had spiraled out of control. The town of Everspin had been plunged into chaos. Days bled into nights, seasons shifted in the blink of an eye. People aged rapidly, then reverted to their younger selves. The very fabric of reality threatened to unravel. It was only with great effort and sacrifice that Horace had managed to stabilize the heart of time, but not before the damage was done. Time in Everspin had never flowed quite the same way again.